Antarctica is a place that should be on every traveler's bucket list. The continent's pristine beauty alone makes the journey worthwhile. When you combine an Antarctic expedition with the elegance of Seabourn, you have a match made in heaven. Come along with me to explore the untouched beauty of a fascinating place in true Seabourn style. One of the first things you need to know when you're cruising to Antarctica on Seabourn is that you'll be in extremely capable hands. The master and commander of Seabourn Quest during our voyage was the Danish Captain Bjarne Larsen. Now Larsen has had extensive experience sailing ice-rated vessels in both the Arctic and Antarctica, and he always puts the safety and comfort of the guests first. The captain has to contend with ice, with wind, and that wide stretch of water known as the Drake Passage. The Drake Passage can be bumpy, but as I learned from expedition team leader Robin West, Seabourn looks for windows of opportunity to cross when the Drake Passage is relatively flat. On many crossings, in fact, they refer to it as Drake's Lake because the water is so calm. To experience the majesty of Antarctica is worth any effort required. Having crossed the Drake Passage 4 times now, I would go back no matter what. Antarctica changes you in ways that you cannot imagine. That's the power and the appeal of the White Continent.
My name is Robin West. I work for Seabourn as Manager of Expedition Operations and Planning. I've been coming to Antarctica for the last 12 years on various ships, various companies. For me, it's simple. I think it's probably the greatest destination on the planet.
What's special about Antarctica really is the fact that it is so bold. It's as close to being on another planet as most people are ever going to come. It doesn't matter how many photos you've seen, how many documentaries you've seen. It's never going to really speak to you the way it would if you see it yourself.
An average day in Antarctica, Seabourn Quest spends 6 days down in Antarctica, which, to be honest, is probably a day longer than most other companies spend down in Antarctica that are doing the traditional runs out of Ushuaia. So we spend 6 days down in Antarctica, and an average day, we vary the day between a Zodiac landing or an actual Zodiac tour, depending on the conditions. And guests disembark the vessel, they come ashore, they spend about 90 minutes on the shore side. And the one thing that's quite nice is when the guests come ashore, we don't herd them. They're not having to spend any particular time in one area. We set up a flagged route so that we have as little impact on the wildlife as possible. And within that flagged route, we spread out staff on the shore side so that they can then move around at their own pace. Because we know some guests want to do photography, some just want to sit down and enjoy the moment, others want to move around really quickly, others might want to climb and hike up to the top of a hill. So we don't really herd anyone in any particular way. We give them a very thorough briefing when they come ashore to let them know what is available, where they can go. We always have at least 6, 7 or 8 staff on the shore side spread out in various interests.
The penguins have so much personality. You can sit there and laugh the entire time at what they're doing. It's hard to leave most landings for a lot of people. You have to pull them away.
probably for the first time in Antarctica, there's now a ship where there's no compromise. The average age of an average expedition ship going to Antarctica is about 30 years. You know, the Seabourn Quest is a relatively new ship. We're maybe 3.5 years in age. But there is a market of people who don't want to have a compromise when going down to Antarctica. Yes, they want to see Antarctica. They want to go ashore, they want to go on Zodiac tours, they want to have the academic program. I think Seabourn is filling a little bit of a gap that is offering a very good expedition program down in Antarctica in terms of what the guests see, in terms of what they experience, but there's no compromise in terms of the luxury aspect of being on board the vessel.
The way I would describe Antarctica to people around me is a place that is like no other, that truly is. And it doesn't matter how many times you've come, we're so fortunate to be here. We're all still in awe. You can't understand unless you truly experience it for yourself.
With snow-covered mountains framing its vast and beautiful landscape, with towering glaciers soaring above the continent's cold but serene sea, and with those funny Charlie Chaplin-esque creatures that appear to be clad in tuxedos, Antarctica is a place that humbles and excites. This is Antarctica the way that I remember it. A white continent that Seabourn Quest showed me in a way that I will never forget.